Hello, Storm here with more Harvestella. This is admittedly a bit of a unplanned recording session, as I was going through the Caranoid and wasn't actually expecting anything relevant to pop up just quite yet on the floor I was on. But we got a cutscene popping up, so I'm doing a recording for it. And I guess I'll work more on some of the character side quests in this episode. This really wasn't planned at all, but well, here we are. Omen. And where are you? There you are. I had a feeling you would make it this far. Is this the end yet? No, it's not. The Caranoid has no end. I could keep making more forever if I wanted to. However, I don't. That's not my goal right now. That's a good thing. I don't think I could handle an endless dungeon. What is your goal? I can't tell you that yet. But since you made it all this way, I'll share something with you. I'll tell you about this world, Caranoid. All of the enemies you fought to get here, and everything you saw on your way, they all looked familiar, didn't they? They were all reproduced from my memory. Your memories are engraved in my memory. I simply replayed the memories from your travels. How much did you see? All of it? Probably. It's like I said, we are inside my memory. I'm aware of everything that has taken place on this planet. That's a lot to remember. Your goodness. I think I've told you enough for today. I'll tell you the rest once I know you better. What will it take for you to say more? Go deeper into the Caranoid. But not yet. There's something you must do first. When everything ends, come back here again, and then attempt to go deeper into the Caranoid. Well, see you then. I'll be waiting here for you. There's still something you must do. Come through here when everything is over. Huh. Interesting. Oh, a Conello doll. I'll be honest, I forgot about the Conello dolls. So, yeah. We'll go turn those in while we're at it, because, I'm pretty sure that by now I've got enough for another one. We'll go ahead and throw all of this in here for stuff we can deposit. I actually do have a number of things to go and mess with now. I did spend a lot of time going and getting levels and everything, just trying to unlock ultimates and whatnot. Speaking of unlocking ultimates, we have one for Twilight's End now, or for the Shadow Walker. But I managed to fill out the Mage, fill out Avenger, and what other one did I fill out? I filled out Skylancer. So I've filled out a couple of the jobs so far, and it's progress that's being made. Maybe not nearly as much progress as I could be making, but progress has been made. Other things that have happened is the farm is now fully expanded, so I can go and start actually planning it out like I wanted to plan it out in the past. And that does, of course, mean that I will probably go and tear down some trees and replant some trees or such, but that's not too much of a concern just yet. And while this is here. I need to go and remember to just simply move it on over. And 1, 2, right there is where I want to put it. There we go. And now we can go deposit what we need to sell, and then we should be all good right now. And I don't want to throw any of that into a storage bin for right now, because if I throw it into the storage bin, I'll ultimately forget it, and I don't want to forget it at the moment. And as you can see, I'm now level 72 because one of the things I've been doing is running around like crazy. And before I forget, we have the fairy book. We can go do some more stuff.
You can't do?
So we have the earth fairy thing now, which is the very last fairy stone. I believe I've gotten all the other ones at this point, as far as I know. Aristotle's wisdom awakens hidden powers within Omen. Peak of human insight, a principle that governs all things. You acquired the Aristotle job class. A job that can summon fairies while casting magic attacks. Its skill and attack attributes change depending on the fairy summoned. Okay, that sounds awesome. That totally sounds like something I'm going to want to use. Enhanced normal attack, fairy change, fairy spell, break damage. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to actually go and make use of that. Also, one of the things that I realized was as you go and do more stuff in each of these, it actually goes and slowly fills out the little pattern. And hello there, cat. Can I help you? Is there a reason you have your claws in my back? No, I don't have a blanket in my lap, so you can't lay down like you normally want to. We'll go grab all of the animal feed, because
now we can
having
have fun starting
10 animals on the farms, it goes through pretty much exactly as much feed as you would think it does. So by having 8 feed makers, I am basically making just enough feed to slowly be increasing it right now, which is kind of what I want. I'm making 20 feed every day that I'm making feed, and that's basically a gain of 10, so it's all good in the end. And I'm not running around petting any of them because I've gone and maxed out the favorability of all of them at the moment, and I actually got surprised because I got a trophy for maxing out the farm and for maxing out the favorability with the different livestock. And I'll be perfectly honest, I thought I had done both of those things already in the past, but apparently not. And we've got all that going. I have some explosives, but I am not currently in any place where I need to use them, as I've been going and using them as needed in different places, and going back and doing backtracking and taking care of all that, so I didn't need to constantly be showing you guys backtracking and fighting fears. The fear stuff, I can fast travel to the mysterious shop, which is a good thing because I don't remember how to get there normally. And of course they're closed. Why wouldn't they be open? I should have just... Oh, I should have gone to the tower first and done the quest there. Thinking of that, we have the Return to Sender, and then we have character quests. So, Unicorn, I still don't know that's going to actually do anything for me. You know what? Maybe I'll get one of the class things that I'm missing for the sword from Unicorn. Doubt it though. Kona Kona! Gave the Konelu dolls to Chief Konelu. Kona! Chief seems pleased with this. Kona Koni Kona! Chief gives you a surprise. Oh, the Konelu bun recipe. Kona Koni Kona. That's Canelu for. You've gathered around half of them now. I'm only halfway done? Well, okay then. By the way, Chief Canelu, why are you collecting Canelu dolls? I know they're meant to be important, but why? You've never explained it to me. Konu. What? That's a secret too? Come on, it's just me. You can tell me. Kona. Oh, you're so mean. Could you come with me for a minute, please, traveler? Let me guess, it's a secret? Yeah, how did you know? Please keep it between me and you. It's the Chief Canelu. He's been acting really suspicious recently. This is the second time he's told me something is a secret. You know that mirror that's by the counter? You'll never believe this, but I saw Chief Canelu going inside the mirror. Are you sure you saw that properly? Yeah, I saw it with my own eyes. But when I asked the Chief Canelu about it, he said it was a secret, just like he did again now. I do want to help him. Yeah, I do want to help get him the Canelu dolls, but I just don't feel right about the secrecy. Maybe he'll start talking once we bring him enough Canelu dolls. I hope so anyway. Sorry. It's not nice to talk about him behind his back. You know what? Forget I said anything. Let's get back to finding those dolls. Alright, don't suppose I can get anything else. Nope. Let's see, we're up to 24. Very nice accessory once we get 25. Of course I'm one doll short. That actually bothers me a lot more than I was expecting it to bother me. But let's quickly see if I can maybe make the little Canelu bun. No, I need flour. It's actually surprising me that I don't have enough flour for that already. Okay, so I guess one of the things I'm going to be doing real quick is throwing down a flour mill to make flour. And level 3 mills take so much resources. And part of me really wants to like sit down and like do the math of like, is it actually better for me to be going and using the higher level things? And I just deposited the wrong thing in here, didn't I? But that's going to be a problem, especially since I don't know that I can... Okay, good. You can get those back easily enough. And I
There's
don't
a
have
letter
to
here for
dig
you.
around forever. And I forgot that I need to read the letters to keep progressing the quest, so it's a good thing I came back here anyways. A progress report. The sect of the Anti-Mother continues to do as they please around the Holy Capital, and that alone is sowing the seeds of distrust towards the Order. Still, our work to suppress them has made a noticeable impact in delaying their activities. Enough to take a breath at least. There is more that I would like to speak with you about, so would you mind meeting me at the temple? I'll wait for you there. Yours sincerely, Shrika. I trust you have not forgotten. I have completed my preparations and am now ready to depart for our next destination. I trust you have not forgotten where that is, or have you? Well, you are lucky I'm a most munificent master. As an act of kindness, I will remind my most scatterbrained minion that our meeting place is to be Shatola. Write it down on a napkin or something so that you will not forget again. I will await you there. I would like to say that I didn't forget, but I did forget, otherwise I would have read this letter first so I could do Unicorn's quest while I was in Shatola. I don't know if that would be scatterbrained, but I'm definitely being forgetful. A time-consuming dilemma. I clearly underestimate how much a single letter would consume of our time. Nonetheless, I must collect information if I am to formulate an answer. Omen, would you mind meeting me at the Nord Step this time? I wish to try another approach to this particular problem. And you've got to do something. It's Braka. It looked like his spirits were picking up a little after the last time you stopped by, but seems like he's back to square one. Honestly, I can't see him like this anymore. There ain't nothing I can do about it, but maybe there's something you can do to help him. And seeing the thing about the Nord Step reminds me, I haven't used the level 2 explosives there. So, I'm actually gonna go ahead and go there first. And we're gonna go to this side because this is closer to where the level 2 stuff happens. And I do wonder what is behind the level 2 area here. And I can't pull up any jobs, I already did that. It's doubtful that I'm going to find anything of particular strength. Well, there'll be probably a fear that's relatively strong, but I don't think I'm going to find anything noticeably stronger back here.
I'll do my best.
Okay, you little level 11 enemies. You're not helping my point at all. So we got a queen leaf, which was needed for one thing of cooking, but not really anything else. Okay, really? It's the little low-level enemies that are going to, like, run at me? Fine, whatever.
We might have a chance if we go for it.
Yeah,
now.
this is only level 56. It's not that bad, but I actually am going to go and pick a bit of a fight with it real quick, just simply to deal with it, because I do want to try and get all of the... Oh wow, you are a lot more durable than I was honestly expecting. Oh, you're weak to sage damage. I'm not using any sage weapons. Well, hopefully one of my other weapons would be effective. I have been slowly getting better with using the engineer thing. One of the things that I realized is that to go and increase its normal attack combo hits, you hold down the attack button, which I feel like I should have figured that out much sooner, but I have failed to do that, which is slightly embarrassing. And I have both attack up and attack down being applied at the same time. I do find that a bit humorous. I do wish that I was going and clearing this out a bit faster. Oh wait, I have the ultimate I can activate now. Oh, that was actually kind of cool. Not anywhere as what I was expecting, but it was actually kind of cool. Oh my goodness, why are you so durable? Please, you're almost 20 levels below me. Can you not just slightly bow out? This is my karma for thinking that I could quickly defeat it. It's teaching me a lesson. Though luckily it's not beating me senseless, because I would be horribly embarrassed if I died again. I already have one death in this playthrough and I refuse to have another one if I can so help it. And admittedly, that one death has made me very paranoid about like keeping track of my health. So I've probably been going through a lot more healing items than I really need to, just simply to make sure I don't accidentally bite the dust. I wonder what we'll actually get as the ring from this. I do have kind of a nice ring that I believe it's plus 25 or 24 physical damage. Oh, that's the other thing that I was just thinking about the other day when I was taking a look at things. The ring I have right now gives like plus 21 physical damage, which you would think would translate to plus 21 physical damage for the character, but it doesn't. It actually increases it slightly more. I was looking at that And it's just like, oh, am I going to complain that it's providing a stronger buff than what I thought it would? And I'll be perfectly honest, part of me is going, yes, I'm going to complain about that. Is this seriously the thing that... This is the one that requires the low level explosive. Okay. Also, I made explosives and I keep ending up just some item nearby where I need to blow up just goes and has a thing right there. Okay, see, that's so much cooler when I use it against weaker enemies and just shred through them instantly. Unfortunately, fighting that fear didn't get me a level in anything. Unfortunately, I don't think fighting the fears actually gets me any more points than normal, so it's basically just like fighting a normal enemy is far. That was about to be a very redundant sentence. As far as fighting the fears go, it's not worth it for like trying to gain job points, it seems like. Oh man, thank you for coming. I put further consideration into the concern we discussed before, but in order to answer it, I feel it will be necessary to observe a genuine couple in their natural habitat. Could we not? That's something I don't want to get involved in. This seems to be a popular location for trysts and romantic... Dianthus, you can keep this stuff to yourself. I don't need to be involved in any of this, I'd like to say. That's why we're here. I apologize for the sudden change of scenery. For now, let's... Could we not, Dianthus? Why are you telling me this now? Sounds like somebody's already coming. Let's hide. Dianthus, you're causing a problem. How could you leave it today to tell me you're leaving on a business trip? Right after we couldn't go on that vacation the other day. Really, I'm sorry. This is important. I just wish you would make a little more time for us. Well, you see, I don't think I can do that. Is that how you really feel? You can't make time for me, but you can make time for a stranger? That's not how it is. Sounds like they're having a quarrel, not a romantic rendezvous. Although this does exceed my expectations, perhaps there's something we can draw from this. You don't want to stop them? We would only be asking for trouble by doing that. I've had enough. I'm going home. Came because you said you had something important to say to me. I'm not staying here for this. But wait, please. Fine, I'll be honest. The reason I'm so busy is for your sake. We've been together for nearly 3 years now, right? I wanted to get you a gift to celebrate. So, what you said about it being important? I've been keeping quiet so I could surprise you, but I guess that just caused you to think I was up to no good. Not a moment has gone by where I don't care about you. Not one. You're everything to me. I want you to believe that. You should say that from the start. You're totally right. If only I had. Then you wouldn't have made me sad. Could you ever forgive me? Only if you promise me one thing. Don't hide anything from me anymore. I'm happy you want to surprise me, but I was worried. I agree. I want to spend as much time with you as possible. That's far more important to me than any present. That's what being in a relationship is about, right? You're right. I promise I won't hide. I promise not to hide anything from you again. And I'll always be open with you. So, I'll tell you everything. Huh? Once this business trip was over, I was going to ask you to marry me. So, let's get married. Wait a minute. You don't want to? That's not it at all. So, you do? You're going about this all wrong. You've got to find the right mood before you can pop that question. But you said not to hide anything. That's not the same. After arguing for a while longer, the couple finally leaves. Thank goodness they didn't find us. You're right. But that was quite the scene. They continued to argue, however, it looked like their relationship deepened. How do you feel about that? Dianthus can smile? Huh. That's... I'm gonna go with that because I don't know what to say about the other two options. That's quite enough of that. The heart truly is abstruse. Have I been mispronouncing that word, or is that an entirely different word from the word I think it is? Huh. However, I feel I was able to draw something of use from their conversation. And what was that? Omen, remember the concern we were discussing? What if we told them to speak from the heart? I worried that doing that might ruin their relationship. But that couple just now needed that honesty in order to mend their disagreement. You can't proceed if your primary fear is ruining the relationship. That is the conclusion I reached. What do you think, Omen? Is it a suitable response? I think it's a good answer. I will draft a response to the center of that particular concern. I have diverged from the logical answer I had considered before. However, I feel like this will go well. I will contact you again if there are any developments. You can reach me by airship when the time comes. Goodbye, Elman. Okay. Well, this has certainly been an option, I guess. I'd rather not have more incidents like this, I'll be perfectly honest. But, Dianthus can do what Dianthus wants, I guess. Well, we're just gonna head on to the next place, which I guess is gonna be Shatola. Or do I want to go focus on Argent first? No, we should be able to get everything within the same day. Thinking of that, let's go use the ship so that we can actually get to places within time. Speaking of time, how long is this recording right now? Okay, it's still within a reasonable length for what I normally do. And Unicorn is out here looking forlornly at the sea. I have to admit, I kinda wish that the giant bubbles were still floating out there, but wow, I was kind of expecting the clouds to still be there for Unicorn's melancholy, but no, his melancholy is so strong the clouds just left right away. The seaside town of Shatola. The ocean breeze feels magnificent, blowing through my mane. I'm glad this sensation is real, unlike the rest of my memories of this place. I remember the look of complete joy as she first witnessed the sea spread endlessly before her. The sea has that effect on people. I'll be perfectly honest. My, dream location to live would basically be on, a snowy coast. You know what? I think I'm probably one of those people who would enjoy being a lighthouse keeper. So I get to be on the coast, and I don't have to deal with too many people too often. And as long as everything's just kept working, I can kind of just be happy out there by myself. It's hard to fathom how the sea covers more of the world than we can see. We're getting a close-up I wasn't expecting. The princess and I walked alongside the waves as they lapped the shore. Then I panicked when she requested that we build a sand replica of Castle Lewis. I was so nervous. Castle has such a painfully intricate design, wouldn't you agree? But it was the princess's wish, and somehow we were able to build it. Which is probably why it is best that the memory was never real. If I had told you we had managed it in reality, you would label me a liar. I kind of want to see you build one now. Out of the question. It was difficult enough making an imaginary one. I imagine so. Anyway, once we have finished with the castle, we returned to the water's edge in search of seashells. The princess requested matching seashells to serve as a reminder of our visit. But finding 2 seashells that looked anything like one another was quite the feat. I can imagine. We scoured the sands right up until the eventide sun dipped below the horizon. And did you find a pair? Of course, I am Unicorn of the Cryptids. If I set my mind to a task, then I will see that it gets finished. The princess said she would treasure it always. Or rather, she would, were any of it real, of course. The truth of the matter is, there were no matching seashells to begin with. Oh, such cruelty. I remember it all too well, down to the shell's size and feel. Wait, what is that? Omen, look here. A seashell? A pretty seashell lies buried at Unicorn's Hoof. This shell, why, it's the spitting image of the pair from my tale. It has some minor differences, but it is almost exactly the same. Want to take it with you? No, the shell is not the same. It is real, unlike those from my memory. Why only this shell? Why must it be the shell that exists in the real world? Why must my princess be the only one who remains imaginary? You don't want to lose these memories. Omen? Do not make me repeat myself. There is such a thing as karmic suffering for a heart seized by false memories. It cannot remain in that state of capture forever. We are done with this stop on the tour. I appreciate you accompanying me again, Omen. I will send another letter once I have settled on where to visit next. That should give you something to look forward to, I'm sure. Until then. Yo, we got some premium meat. Unicorn? Where did you get that premium meat from, now that I think about it? Maybe it's best if I don't ask questions. I'm thinking about it, I am trying to do voices right now, but it is on the slightly more difficult side for me to do it at this particular moment, just simply because some of the foods I was eating earlier had made my throat a bit scratchy. In part because I wasn't planning on recording tonight, so I was fine eating something like that. Hey, Braca, you could crack us a smile, you know? After I went to all of the trouble bringing news on the haulage you've been pining after. you're the informant from before. Oh, it's you. Hey Baraka, if this is a bad time... Because of Omen? Nah, you don't need to worry. They're all clued in. So you're more than welcome to tell you what... No. Is that so? Well, someone's gonna have to keep up the fight, what with me retiring. You're retired? Whoa, you may want to reconsider. Got some info on a brand new holoid you're gonna want to hear. I'd like to hear what you got. Well, word is that a new species of holoid appeared in the Seaside Cave. Of course, I couldn't just ignore something so serious and came looking for you. My only targets were Amadeus and Kierkegaard. And with them dead, there's no reason for me to keep up that old life. Besides, I've already given my gun to someone else. Yeah, me, the guy standing next to you. You gave it away? So that's how it is, huh? Fair enough. Forget I said anything. I'll get out of your hair. Sure. Let me know if you hear anything or hear about any good eats around here, though. You're in a tavern. I imagine that shouldn't... Hey, I'm the one who provided the recipes to the tavern. Are you saying my food's... Well, I guess they could have messed up my recipes, but are you saying my cooking's not good? Going to ignore the holoid? Yep, it's not like I'm equipped to take it on now anyway, right? If it worries you that much, then you can go and check it out. There's usually good money in taking out a holoid. It's not about the money. I was just kidding. Lighten up. For now, I've no interest in getting myself tangled up in that mess. You, however, can do whatever the hell you like. What? You're gonna run off and save the day because I refuse to? Well, I can't just ignore it. Those holoid, every last one of them is like Kierkegaard. They aren't your run-of-the-mill monster. Despite knowing you might not be enough, you still go to face them alone? Says the guy who went to fight them alone in the past. It's a good thing I'm going with you. As much of a pain in the ass as it is, I'm still tied to you by a contract as a mercenary. I can't stand idly by and let one of my most valued patrons bite the dust. I thought that contract was void. That was a unilateral decision. Doesn't mean anything unless we both agree to it. Don't go getting your hopes up, though. First on the agenda, getting more info on the new species of holoid. Maybe I should call that old man back in here. Sorry, Omen. I'm going to ask you to leave me to my own devices here. I'm going to gather what information I can on the holoid. I'll send you a letter when I think I've got enough. Hang tight until then. Let's take out that thing together. So long as I don't die in the process, that's about as optimistic a response as you'll get out of me. Alright, time to get started. Gotta inspect my equipment, resupply the traps. Things are gonna get busy. And more brake fill gauge. You okay over there, cat? Don't seem to be too happy about trying to sleep on the back of that chair. A way of telling me I needed to go to bed. Just grumpily laying over on the chair. Oh. My cat is trying to guilt trip me by laying in like the most uncomfortable position that they can find on the back of a chair. Like, they have other places they could lay that I'm certain would be comfortable, and oh, we have a confrontation going on in here. That doesn't seem good. That is all. Thank you. The sect of the Anti-Mother should be quieter now. Well, thanks to you, Sister Shrika. The way you led the charge when we discovered where the fake Flow Indulgentia were being made, it was a sight to behold. That's enough of that. I was simply performing my role as a missionary. Oh, I didn't get invited to the raid. That's disappointing. You're too modest. Wasn't it you, sister, who put so much effort into quelling the vile rumors that spread throughout the town? Seeing you persevere when speaking with the townsfolk gave me strength. Don't make me say it again. But it was because of you that we were able to succeed, sister. I said that's enough. Return to your post. Well, seems like she has a headache to deal with. Well, if it is an omen. You look busy. You could say that. Measures to keep the sect of the Anti-Mother are under control. I'm getting tongue-tied. Measures to keep the sect of the Anti-Mother under control are going steady. We were able to seize the location they were using to create the false Flow Indulgentia, which should go some way to finally bringing this matter to rest. Rika, got a moment? Cites, what's wrong? You look exhausted, like you'll keel over at any minute. You're as charming as always. All I'm saying is if you're tired, then you need to rest. Can't let yourself be held at the whim of the other priests. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you need to be so harsh? I'd be suspicious if Cites were suddenly polite. Thank you for worrying. But I'm fine. I don't know how I must look to you, but I will continue under my own behest. Suit yourself. That I shall. Is that all you came here to discuss? You honestly came here just to chide me about rest? No, it isn't that. Well? Shrika, another letter came addressed to you. A letter? From whom? The sender wrote something on the back of the envelope. Surely not. Who would send a letter? The leader of the Anti-Mother. Who gave you this? No idea. Their face was hidden. What of their gender? Surely you could tell from their voice. Well, it was a man. Maybe. It's you, isn't it? Their Cites. Their Cites. What do you mean? Maybe. I'm sorry. It took me by surprise, okay? Fine, fair enough. What of the letter's contents? Why would they send it? It's an invitation to speak with them. I don't really trust it. Perhaps, but I think the time calls for us to brave the danger. There, Cites, you are doing a very bad job of hiding the fact that it's you. If it turns out that it isn't you, then, well, I guess I'll go and apologize then. That's unlike you, Cites. Normally you would stop me from doing anything that puts my health at risk. That's not why I'm joking, Cites. This time I agree with you. Probably is a trap, but we can't miss the chance to meet the leader of the leader of the sect of the Anti-Mother. Dear goodness, that's a mouthful. If their invitation is genuine, then this might be the push we need to settle our dispute. The risk is high, but so is the potential reward. This is why I must go. I'd like you to take someone with you. Understand your concern, since the letter did not specifically ask me to go alone. Omen, I'd like you to come with me. You too, Sides. Sounds boring, so I think I'll pass. Very well. We're all finished here, then I'll be leaving. Later. Is it just me, or is there something off about Sides today? He's the leader. I'm telling you. I'm not willing to bet money on it. I have no confidence in it. Anyway, Omen, I'll send you a letter when I'm ready. Please wait until then. So close, but so far. We just need one more level, and we will be able to go and, words escape me. I will be able to go and start doing the last bit of leveling for the Pilgrim class, or job, whatever. And I don't actually want to return to the house just yet. I instead want to switch to this, fly to the Castle of Illusions, and we're going to go find the guy that we need to talk with. If we're lucky, he'll be right towards the entrance. If we're not lucky, this will wait till a different in-game day. Take him. Okay, he is on this floor. I feel like we can maybe go get some more character story stuff done, but I don't 100% know if we should try and get more done in this video. Just love being able to... Wait a second. Okay, this isn't completely finished just yet. I was about to say, am I going and like wasting job points by continuing to use that after it's full? But no,
That was a good workout.
we still have 2 things that we can go and unlock. Thinking about that, I should probably try and... No, I'm not going to try and do anything more in the research center just yet. It'd be kind of nice to be able to go and run through 2 floors to farm job points, but just the 1 floor has been working well enough for the most part. I am Sorbus. What is it, Abel? It's about the orphanage in Nemea. Orphanage? What do you mean? Tell the Omen about the presents that have been sent to the orphanage. What? You were saying I was sending them? Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. There's no information about that saved in my memory. But the courier said it was from you. There would be no reason for me to seek the services of an Abel. Wait. Actually. Abel, I take it back. I know I said I did not send any presents, but there is a slight chance that I did. I might have done it when I still had my old personality. You look confused. Not to worry. You don't have to concern yourself with that anyway, Abel. Anyway, if my old self really was doing something like that, it would be very interesting. It is worth investigating. Come with me, Abel. I'm going to attempt to recover the memory from my old personality. The information you are looking for might just be in there too. That old personality thing still kind of gets me. And we're back in the room that makes me think of a room from Warframe. Data recovery complete. Seems you were right. It was my old persona that was sending things to the orphanage. I was able to determine why. I'd be very interested to know why. Of course, I'll tell you. The reason for it was what you Abels would call atonement. Seems my previous persona had destroyed a whole village of Abels, meaning that it was partly responsible for orphaning those children. According to the records, my old persona belonged to the Civilization Cloud. Their role is to manage things like Abel population control and technology advancements. That would explain why they destroyed the village then. It was population control. Okay. You say they like it was someone else. Well, they do consider it someone else. We've gone over that in the past. It was someone else. The one who destroyed the village was my old persona. Me, who is standing in front of you now, is different. But there's something I still don't understand. Why did my old persona try to atone for it? All it says in the records is they felt a strange noise when they saw the orphans living in Nemea. Any human would feel bad about it. Population control is essential to the survival of civilization. Ugh, that's not something I want to get involved with. That is a very dangerous idea, as proven many, many times throughout history. So, could we move away from this? Yeah, please, let's move away from this topic, Sorbus. I'll end up having my personality deleted too. Abel, what's on this here? But before you go, Sorbus gives you a children's picture book. It's addressed to the orphanage, a final present as it were. My old persona must have left it behind. Imagine their personality got wiped before they could send it. I would like you to deliver it. Thank you. I was starting to wonder if I would ever get rid of it. Farewell, Abel. I'm very much uncomfortable with where that conversation had started to go. Oh, dear goodness. So, let's go take the picture book back to... Wow, this whole quest went and took a much darker turn than I was really prepared for. Like, I know Harvestella has been throwing a bunch of dark stuff at us basically non-stop, but I really wasn't prepared for that. Oh, dear goodness. It's literally just leaving me speechless about what to say on the matter. So, let's head to sleep so that we can have it be the next day and we can put this all behind us as a thought of a previous day. Oh my goodness. I am so freaking close to a new level. Whatever. It just occurred to me that I need to think more about what sort of resources I need. Oh, so it looks like I only need 4 more explosives, of which I have 2. So we're actually pretty close to that. I cannot ignore this chance. I never imagined I would receive a correspondence from the sect of the Anti-Mother's ringleader. As I mentioned, this may be the best opportunity to put an end to their activities. Or it could be a trap. Nonetheless, I cannot sit by and do nothing. Omen, I'll be waiting for you at the cave. Alright, so we can go ahead and head out and help Shrika right away. I was honestly expecting that it would go and take me another day before I could go and help with that, so being able to deal with that right away is pretty nice, actually. And then no, we can go run off and deal with the stuff in Nemea first, I get. We'll go help Shrika first, because if I go to Nemea, it's going to end up telling me to go somewhere that doesn't open until 8 AM, and I'm going to sit there like an idiot. Because that's how things have been going. So, I still have to wait for others. Dianthus, we still have 2 more levels before we can get their stone, unfortunately. I wish it wasn't the case, because I'd very much like to have the Lunamancer stone, but whatever. What cave are we talking? Silent cave. Okay. That actually was kind of a important thing because there's the silent cave, there's the divine seas light cave. There's all sort. Really? You went and set up right in the middle. Well, we can get there quick enough. I just was expecting you to maybe set up closer to... Well, I guess there's a logic in not setting up super close to the origin side. Dear goodness, it took me a moment to remember the name of the city. But off we go. Let's go find and have a conversation with the person. What do you have to say for yourself, Sides? Or not Sides? I've been waiting, Omen. This is where the letter told me to wait. Let's remain vigilant. You're right. I won't let my guard down. So you came after all. I know that voice. It was Sides! Right? But there's Sides? What is this about, Sides? Don't tell me you were suddenly overcome with worry. Would you believe me if I did? Unfortunately, I wouldn't. Which can only mean... It was you who wrote the letter, wasn't it, Sides? Yep, I'm the Anti-Mother ringleader. I should have made a bet. You would betray Shrika? Betrayal isn't my style. I did everything for Shrika. What did you just say? I created the sect of the Anti-Mother in order to release you from the Order. With the Seaside Order in ruins, you could quickly rid yourself of it for good. I'm afraid I don't understand. You wanted to free me from the Order? Why would you say that? You and I both follow the Seaside Order, the Holy Mother. It's all a hoax. It's been burdening you for so long. You risk your life for the Order and for nothing. Why would you say that? I've known the truth behind the Order for so long. I knew that no religion had any worth. That's a dangerous statement. You can tell us about your opinions on religion another time. But answer me now, Sides. Why did you make the sect of the Anti-Mother? Surely you're aware of how much damage they have caused in the Holy Capital. Screw the capital. Sides. The only thing that matters to me is you, Shrika. I've named myself the leader of the sect of the Anti-Mother. The reality is that there is no leader. How can that be? All I did was tell some people the truth behind the Order as a rumor. Everything that followed was created by those who listened. My only role was giving those who doubted the Holy Mother and the Order a place to go. You mean to say you didn't incite their actions? That's right. Something like the sect of the Anti-Mother was bound to happen sooner or later. Twisting the capital into chaos was that easy. Everyone was just looking for a place to vent. You're still in the wrong here. I agree. You may not have had a direct hand in the events that followed, but that still doesn't absolve you of any blame. Shrika, open your eyes. Pull out a single thread of the Order or any religion's teachings, and this is again dangerous. Why are you doing this to me, Gabe? I don't want to have these conversations. These are dangerous conversations to be having on the internet. Sides, could you please not? I'm not saying stuff right now just simply because of the nature of this topic. No matter how difficult things get, humans have the strength to overcome that adversity and move forward. You're wrong. Humans foist their egos onto others, pulling others back to give themselves the illusion of forward momentum. Those who sacrifice themselves for that fallacy can never be saved. Why did that feel like a very Phoenix Wright kind of thing? That Sides just did all of a sudden. Just like you, Shrika. Pardon? Come with me, Shrika. Let's leave the Order and start over somewhere else. Living that old cursed life was surely better than living as a human sacrifice for the Order. Let's go back to the way things were. Sides. I'm sorry, Sides. I cannot go with you. But why? Everything I did was for you. I'm sorry. I cannot agree with your way of thinking. Shrika, as a missionary of the Order, I am placing you under arrest. We will speak more on this later. So that's how it's going to be. That's a shame. Omen, close your eyes. Remember this, Shrika. When the truth of the Order comes to light, you will regret your decision. This is bittersweet. He ran away? He's already gone. He must have planned his escape in case I chose not to accept his invitation. I don't know what to say. Sides was pulling the strings the whole time. And here I thought I'd be able to put an end to the Anti-Mother. This hurts. It does. I'll just have to... No, actually, I feel like all of the energy has been drained out of me. Excuse me. I'd like to end this here today. I need to organize my thoughts. I can imagine that has to feel like a stab in the back. And I cannot imagine like how much Shrika is bothered by that. So I can either make some progress to the reduced magic damage passive, or I can just go and get the ultimate. I'm going to go ahead and just get the ultimate for that. And the bridge over here is not that bridge. This bridge is going to be our quickest way out of here. And we want to head to Nemea, and then I think after that maybe we'll just
get this over with.
Head right to sleeping game and see if we got any letters. Actually, no, we're at about an hour, so we're just gonna finish up with Nemea, and then we're gonna go ahead and call this to an end. I have to admit, they've definitely been not pulling punches with the heavy subject matter these. Oh, look. Rain. Rain to wash away the sadness. But they've definitely not been pulling any punches whatsoever with the subject matter of these two quests. And I want to say more, but I feel like it'd be very foolish of me to try and say more. Omen, you're back. How did it go? Did you meet the person who's been sending us those presents? No, unfortunately not. Oh, what a shame. Well, don't worry too much about it. I'm sure they're fine, wherever they are. Hand over Sorbus's present over to Lisa. What's this? Picture book. This is their last present to you. The last present? I see. Well, I'm grateful we could receive one last gift from them. I don't know who they were or what their intentions were when they sent us those presents, but I'm sure they were a truly kind person. They were very humane. Really? Well, thank you for your help. I'm glad that their last act of kindness won't go to waste. This book will light up the children's faces. We will treasure it as we do all of their presents. Well, I'll be off now. I'm going to give this book to the kids. Thank you, Omen. Well, we've got that all wrapped up. We're gonna go ahead and call this to an end. My hopes are that I'm not going to suddenly have any surprise recordings happen again, and that the next thing that'll be going on will be the stream on Sunday, and with that we will be going and progressing more through the Helix research facility. But wait, we've got flour. Let's go make the Canelu buns. But in the meantime, while we're heading off to do that, so I'll start the outro spiel. So thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like on the video. If you enjoyed the content I make, please subscribe to the channel. I hope you have a wonderful day or night, depending on when you're watching this. And I hope to see you again in a future video or stream. Also, this Canelu bun is so cute and it looks so delicious. Can't help but feel slightly guilty when you bite into it. Oh. Once again, thank you so very much for tuning in, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this episode, despite all of the heavier subjects that were being touched upon in this episode.